memory. Clear the
Oh,
memory.
very good, yeah.
Nice. So glad to have you free. Salvo said he's going to come along in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 15.
But I suggest we can make a small meditation and then he can start with us.
Yeah.
I can already talk about the theme. Very nice theme today. Self-control. And, yeah, I think each of us have our own triggers which test our self-control for different reasons. And that's always I think that's a good starting place for a discussion, but not today. This is just a theme, but maybe when we get together, we can all talk about what irritates us. What irritates us and how do we exercise self-control with our irritations? Yeah. And it's difficult to be authentic when we're irritated and we try to control ourselves. Because at the same time as you want to be true, you also don't want to flip out and, blow the whole place up, right? So it's an interesting dilemma that we have when we're triggered by things. So I think Aikido is a way that we can look at ourselves, introspect, understand our triggers, understand what pisses us off, what irritates us. Be true to ourselves. Not necessarily that we have to project that truth to others, but sometimes that helps. But Aikido is a very internal process, actually. Even though, it might appear in a Japanese style a little bit emotionless, because we constantly have this poker face, samurai face, right? Just a little bit like we want to be objective about everything that we do in our practice with each other. We don't want to judge. But there comes a point where you might feel like, yeah, that's pushing your limits about how you can respond, because internally we are judging in some way. But Aikido is asking us a little bit not to let that judgment project, or our inner judge. Yeah, so what does that mean for you? How can you apply this in your practice? Does it make sense for you in a way? Because everybody has a different character, and for some that might be too difficult to perform Aikido in such a way. So all kinds of introspective questions to ask. And there's no, as usual with these themes, just like the theme last week, can't remember what the theme last week was, but Preparation, yeah. What does it mean for you to prepare? There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. And there's no wrong answer for, what does it mean for you to control yourself? So, without further ado, let's find a nice comfortable position. And let's let go of our day. Go inwards. Connect to our breath. Heidi. Flexo Sensei. Sensei Ray. So let's just begin nice and easy today. One hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. And just feel your chest and belly moving as you breathe in and out. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. So if we want to control our breathing, first thing we need to do is be aware of our breath before we can control it. Just feeling how your breath is moving today without having to fix it or change it. Just notice the in-breath and the out-breath and the movement of the hands. More breaths. And then pointing the thumbs towards each other on the back at the kidney level. Applying a little pressure, acupressure point just above the kidney. As you may know, this is the area of the adrenal glands where adrenaline is secreted. And it can be a bad thing to have too much adrenaline, but it can also be a good thing. It can give you some motivation, to give you energy. So just a little stimulation to give us the energy to move our bodies. So as you breathe in, you feel the expansion of the rib cage. As you breathe out, just applying a little pressure on the kidney level. Maybe a little bit deeper breathing. And change. And now let's make some really longer, deeper breaths, more controlled breaths. So completely emptying the lungs, breathing out. After you completely empty the lungs, draw the breath in through your nose. Once you've completely filled up the lungs, hold for a little moment, just pause. And then very lightly release the air through the mouth without blowing the air out. Just very lightly letting the air pass out of the mouth. Breathing in, I usually count for 10. Breathing in, hold for 5. And breathe out for 15. So trying to breathe out a longer breath as you breathe in than you breathe in. Doing this slowly and controlled. Hi, Salvo, good evening. Squeezing the air out of the lungs. Filling up the lungs. Holding. And releasing. Let's do that for one more long breath. Okay, and then reach up. Take a breath in, open the chest. And breathe out. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, release. And one more time. And release. Okay, and let's do some standing exercises. So we're going to do some Qigong related exercises. I guess you can see where this is going. So in Aikido, we practice control of the breath control, which translates to self-control. So by controlling our breath, we are more in control of our decisions. So next exercise, feet together. Bring your feet together like this. And we're going to hug the tree. And hug the tree, make a straight spine, long spine from the crown of the head to the tail. Soften the knees, soften your shoulders. Try to be still with your legs, but not stiff. Stillness is not stiffness. And reaching the hands up on the in-breath, counting for 4. Turning the palms out, thumbs to the front. And then bringing the palms back to the center and breathing out through the nose. So let's try to draw the breath in and out of the nose, not from the mouth. Okay, so we're going to breathe in for 4. Thumbs up. Turn the thumbs forward. Turn the thumbs back. Breathe out for 4. So it's a slow, controlled breath connected to the movement. And especially to practice breathing through the nose. Nose provides a filter. Pollution, viruses. It allows us to breathe in the purer air, purer part of the air. We breathe through the nose. Nostril has lots of hairs that acts as filters, sieves, sieving the air. So only the air can get through. So it's really good to train, to practice just to breathe through the nose. Okay, one more time, back to the hugging the tree. And reaching the hands up on the in-breath. Bring the hands down. Breathing out through the nose. Then the right hand goes up and the left hand goes down. Again, turn the thumbs away, thumbs to the front. Turn the thumbs back. Breathe out to 4. Maintaining left hand down, right hand up. Each time you bring the hands back to center, back to hugging the tree, bend the knees. Bring your center of gravity down as you come back to this point. Hugging the tree position, knees are bent. As you reach the hands in opposite directions, legs are straight. 2 more times. Then we switch. This time, 6 times we go right hand down, left hand up. Keep it slow and relaxed. Synchronize the breath with the movement. Notice the weight just behind the ball of the foot. Not too far back on your heel. Keep it slightly to the front. Not too fast with the arms. Slow it down. If you think you're going slow, go a bit slower. You're not going slow enough. You can always go slower. Two more times. And both hands go down now. As you make the legs straight, both hands reach down. Thumbs to the back. Thumbs to the front. And then hands back to the hugging tree position. Cannot go slow enough. Knees are straight. Knees bending. Three more times. And change. Let's separate the feet now, one shoulder width wide. Feet parallel. And from the hugging tree position, we reach the hands to the sky, turn the palms away. On the in-breath, for a count of 4, expand the chest. On the out-breath, counting to 4, again, breathing out through the nose. Bringing the hands together. Expansion on the in-breath. Hands together on the out-breath. Looking towards your hands. Notice your legs still bent, soft on the knees, weight behind the ball of the foot. Notice your tailbone pointing down. Two more times. And on the next out breath, following your hands with your eyes, letting the hands come down to your hara. Keeping the hands in front of your hara. And then dropping the chin. Now roll the chin. Roll the head to one side, breathe in. Roll the head back to the middle, breathe out. Through the nose. Breathe in on the other side. Breathe out. One more time each side. And change. Now we're going to make a diagonal stance. So you have one shoulder width wide, one shoulder width forward. So your feet make a diagonal. Square the hips, and we're going to swing our arms backwards and forwards, cross action. Then we create momentum by bending, make a pump with the knees, bending the knees, pumping. But now we want to control the breath in this movement. Still breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. Breathing in, breathing out. Another breath. Then we're going to count for 3. And after 3, we're all going to jump in the air, switch legs, and land on the other side synchronously. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, it's spectacular. Let's find our breath again on this side. In for 4 and out for 4. Through the nose. 2 more breaths. Still bouncing. And relax. Back to 1 shoulder width wide for the legs. Just to give the legs a little shake first. It can be quite hard for the muscles. So we want to stay relaxed, not to exert ourselves too much. Okay, so we're going to do a similar pump feeling. And now the arms go across the body, in front and behind. We want to time it so as you drop your hands, your weight drops at the same time. And find your breath again, breathing in for 4 and out for 4. Keep your belly forwards, keep your body facing forwards, no turning. One more breath. And just for the next 2 breaths, only turning the chest, but keep the hips forwards. Only the chest turns. 2 breaths. And relax. Good. Now we make 2 shoulder widths wide with the legs. And we throw the hands to the right and the hands to the left, like a normal Aikido Home. Bending the right knee and the left knee. And if you can, try to find your opposite foot behind you by just twisting a little bit, looking behind. And now maintaining the same breath, breathing in for 4 and out for 4. Two more breaths. And change. Settle down a little bit. Hands together, sides of the hands. So here we have the golden drop of oil, which we want to stop from dropping on the ground. So we keep the palm up, keep it in the palm, reach the palm back, breathing in, pointing the fingers behind, reaching around the head, keeping the palm up, and then bringing it back to the center. Let's keep the same hand going, just the same hand. Reaching the back. And make it ever so slow. So we notice every single micro movement happening with our breath. So half of the movement is with the in-breath, and the other half was with the out-breath. Bending the legs, bending the knees, get extra strength. One more breath. Change. Same hand goes up. and back. And again, trying to do this slowly. Up, overhead, in front, and trying to keep the eye-hand connection. Looking at your hand each time. One more breath. And change. Now the left hand starts to work. Keep the other hand, right hand by your center, by your heart. So left hand reaches back, and then forwards. First back, around the head, and then in front. Always breathing in through the nose, not too fast. I see you guys are going a bit too fast. Slow it down. Has to happen for one breath. In for 4. And out for 4. Tendency is when I say in for 4, then you're already like, that's in for 4. And then out for 4. Yeah, but in for 4. That's 4. And now out for 4. That's 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the timing, more or less. Now going back the other direction, breathing in for 4. Breathing out. So we really want to try to keep it slow today. Slow means controlled. Two more breaths. Change. Both hands, now go back. Fingers pointing backwards. And both fingers, both hands in front, and then crossing at the top. Let's do that again, both hands back. And in front. One more breath. Now both hands go back, first above, over the head, front, and then reaching back. That's 1. Two more breaths. Change. All right, getting sweaty. I'm starting to sweat. So one hand is going to go back. The other one's going forward, cross over the top, and then crossing at the bottom. It's going the same direction with both hands. So we're like, let's all do right hand back, left hand forward, cross at the top, breathe in, and cross at the bottom. Breathing in. Ever so slowly. One more breath. Change direction. Now the left hand goes back, the right hand goes forward. Two more breaths. And change. Let's make a squat. And bring the elbows together. 2 breaths. Counting for 4. Hinge at the hips. Make the spine horizontal. 2 breaths. Then reach the hands through the legs. Look to the back. And 2 breaths. And then straight spine, hugging the tree. Sitting down into the stance. 2 breaths. And then slowly straighten the legs. Give your legs a shake. And one shoulder width wide. And we just roll the arm back, brushing the ear with the arm. Still making long controlled breaths. And forwards. Other arm. Can you maintain the breathing through your nose? And forwards. And backstroke. Right, left, right, left. Still breathing in for 4. Breathe out for 4. and forward. One forward, one back. Change direction. Just one breath. And change. All right. And last one in this series before we do some grounding exercises. Feet together. Left hand over the right. Roll the palms to the front. Put the weight on the back foot on the right leg. And heel touches the ground. Flex the toes. And put the weight in the front foot. Open the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back. Right hand goes over the left. Open the palms to the right. Weight on the left foot. Flex the toes on the right foot. Heel on the ground. Bring the weight forwards. Breathe in. Open the chest. Breathe out. Put the weight back. Do this a couple of times, left and right. Looking out to the left. Slow, controlled breath. Slow, controlled breath out. Looking out to the right. One more time each side. And change. All right, so make, again, one shoulder width apart. So just check the time. Okay, good time. So, one shoulder width. Okay, so we're going to do some grounding hara exercises. So, again, hugging the tree. Really relax the shoulders. Knees are flat. Align your center. You may want to close your eyes and just visualize your center in your mind. Visualize your center of gravity around your hara. Still breathing through the nose, only through the nose. Find your weight into the ball of the foot, just behind the ball of the foot. Tail tucked down, shoulders are relaxed. Let's do 4 long breaths here. And lower the hands slowly, belly area. 4 more breaths. And let's make a little massage to the internal organs. So bring the back of the hands towards each other and draw your belly in as you breathe out. So you create compression in the belly by breathing out as you put the belly in. Not the opposite, not belly out and breathe in, but belly out and breathe out. So breathe out, and belly in. And as you breathe in, open the belly. Separate the hands and palms towards each other. Then bring the hands together. And then breathe out, belly in. So it's the opposite of normal way of breathing. So as the hands expand, the belly expands, the breath goes in. As the hands come together, the belly contracts, and you breathe out. Palms away from each other when the hands are together. Palms towards each other when the hands are separated. Breathe in, belly out. Breathe out, belly in. Breathe in, belly out. Breathe out, belly in. Oh, that was the opposite. I did it the wrong way, I'm sorry. So as you breathe in, the belly goes in. And now as you breathe out, the belly goes out. Now it's the opposite. So breathe in, belly in. Breathe out, belly out. So it should feel weird. Breathe in, belly in. Breathe out, belly out. 2 more times. Yes, the in-breath creates more pressure when you bring the belly in. That's the idea. And then you release on the in-breath. All right, shaking the hands. Shaking the hands away. Let the hands drop to the ground. And we're just going to finish this routine with 2 centering breaths, really rooting to the ground. Really feel like you have roots coming out of your feet into the ground, to the center of the earth. 2 deep rooting breaths. And all right, let's see how much time. Okay, got a few minutes. So we don't really do much Aikido today. But there's a lot of preparation, Taiso, related to Tai Chi. But now we are a little bit flexible. We move our spine, we have more grounding. Hopefully we're more in tune with our breath. So let's do a few rolls. Let's roll. We have some space. Just some nice little rolls, rolling back and forward. You don't have to roll back, but you can usually come up. Let's do 100. If you like, you can join me for 100 rolls. That's already 10, only 90 to go. $80 to go. 70. $60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Feet together. Just relax over your legs. No stretch. Feel your breath behind your rib cage. Just relax. Everybody alive still?
Yep.
All right, sit between the feet. Stretch it out. Knees together. Be careful your knees, no pain. Knees back. Slowly come up. Feet together again. Again, just relaxing over your feet. Extend the legs. Your feet together, relax over the feet. Separate the legs. Right hand to left leg. Left hand to right leg. Middle. Feet together again. Last time. Move onto your knees. Okay, so we're going to do a little kind of Aikido exercise where we're going to make a shomenuchi. Down, up, ikkyo. So we make ikkyo ukemi, shomenuchi ikkyo. So I step forward with my right leg, shomenuchi. Then I lift, turn, ikkyo, come down. Then we do shomenuchi, left leg, up, lift, turn, into ukemi. And then back to the middle. Right leg, arm up, ikkyo. And left leg, arm. So we have two cuts. We have two times, up, down, down. Yep. Left side, down, up, down. Right side. And can we do this with the same controlled slow breath? Breathing in for 4, breathe out for 4. So even if we're making a more vigorous movement, it doesn't mean we have to go faster with our breath. Enjoy the wave. One more time each side. And how to do Aikido to yourself. So let's finish with a small meditation. So back to the theme. self-control. What is self-control for you? How you apply it in your life, in your practice? Maybe at some point before we finish, you want to share something, or we leave it to a time where we all meet together and can discuss life together. Right. Right. Sensei, you ready? Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Another one bites the dust.
I want to say that it was great, actually, because it reminds me that Aikido is not one thing. It's many things together.
There's a lot of levels to Aikido, yeah.
I want to say that it's a while that I'm not practicing in the dojo, apart of Bokenjo and stretching activity that we do virtually. But when you start to do the basic move of Aikido and the preparation for the basic move, the rolling, the spatial stretching, you start to realize that when you don't do Aikido, you feel it. And my body was telling me, I'm missing the tatami training.
Mm.
It's a different story. It's a different story. And this small exercise that you are doing are helping to remind you and keep a bit up with that.
And I'm allowed to have 2 guests in my home legally. So if you miss the tatami, you can come over.
Always welcome. Thanks for that.